Okay, so we are going to talk about lines and angle relationships. So today's activity is more so identifying the name of what these are and understanding the vocabulary. So if I have a line and another line, and I have another line that is intersecting both of them, okay, this line is called the transversal. And by definition, a transversal is a line intersecting two or more lines. So in this situation, I'm going to label this as line A, line B, and line C. In this situation, line C is the only transversal because it is the only line that cuts through two of them. If you're going from A only crosses C. B only crosses C, but C actually cuts through both of them. So that's why C can be the only transversal here. Okay, so we have some names that you need to know, some vocabulary. And the first one is alternate, interior angle. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I guess, is the lines that are not the transversal, if I were to push those together, that would be called the interior. Okay, so all that orange space would be called the interior. And then all the stuff on the outside of the lines, the non-transversal lines, so this green area would be classified as the exterior. It is important that you know that because that's going to help you understand the vocab even better. So we have interior and we have exterior. So if I'm talking about the alternate interior angles, I know that my angles have to be on the interior. So it's going to have to be in the orange section. So I'm going to go ahead and number these so that we have something to talk about. Okay, so alternate interior angles, they go in pairs, so that would be 3 and 6. So the interior part is clearly, because it's in the orange section. Alternate in this situation means on opposite sides of transversal. These are not opposite interior. That is one of the common mistakes, is by me describing it using the word opposite, people want to call these opposite interior, and that is not correct. So alternate interior means that they are on the interior and on opposite sides of the transversal. Now, could 3 and 4, by the definition that I just gave you, yes. However, do we already have a name for angle 3 and angle 4 or their relationship? And the answer is yes. These are already called a linear pair. So we don't name it something else. So 3 and 4 are a linear pair. 3 and 6 are alternate interior angles. Another pair would be 4 and 5. Okay, let's go ahead and do alternate exterior angles. So same thing, keyword being exterior. So in other words, the angles that I'm looking for have to be on the outside in the green part. 1 and 2, yes, they are on opposite sides of the transversal. We already have a name for 1 and 2 as well. Those are called a linear pair. So it can't be 1 and 2. So that means we are looking at angle 1 and angle 8. And angles 2 and angle 4. Excuse me, angle 7. Angle 2 and angle 7. We have another one that we are going to call, let's see, I'm trying to think which ones I want to do first. Let's do same side interior angles. I think that is what your textbook calls them. I have always learned them by being called consecutive interior. So just know that either way is acceptable. So usually I will call them consecutive interior angles. So again, keyword being interior. So I know that my two angles that I'm looking for have to both be on the inside. And this one might be even more obvious. It says same side. So if we're looking at the interior, the only ones that are on the same side of the transversal are 3 and 5. And then we have another pair of angles 4 and 6. Okay, and the last relationship we have, I don't want to lose my diagram, the last relationship we have, they are called corresponding. So corresponding angles. Notice I do not have a keyword of interior or exterior, and that is because there is one of each. So corresponding are on the same side of the transversal, but one is interior and one is exterior. So if we look at that, one interior, one exterior, same side, we cannot do 1 and 3 again because we already have a name. They are called a linear pair. So that means we're looking at 1 and 5. 3 and 7. Again, I'm looking at one interior and one exterior on the same side of the transversal. Look at 2 and 6. And angles 4 and angle 8. So those are the 4 relationships that we're going to be talking about with a transversal.